Now, ICE has reportedly detained 10-year-old girl with cerebral palsy after she received emergency service in Texas. Now, according to the New York Times, the girl was detained by authorities after an ambulance in which she was riding passed through a Border Patrol checkpoint. Now, border agents stopped this vehicle and then reportedly followed the ambulance all the way to the hospital where the young girl underwent emergency gallbladder surgery. While this was going on, the ICE agents apparently waited outside the girl's room until she was released from the facility. Once released, the girl was taken to a facility in San Antonio for migrant children who come to the U.S. alone. Now, the girl, Rosamaria Hernandez, was brought to the United States from Mexico when she was just 3 months old and was living in Laredo, Texas. So she would possibly be a dreamer under that, of course, the circumstances that she was brought to America. Again, 3 months old, wasn't her choice. Her parents brought her to give her a better life. She does have a disability, so maybe they thought that they could actually get more help and actually do better in America. That's not a bad thing. Now, both her and her parents are undocumented immigrants. So, hey, man, wow, way to go. Way to get 'em, ICE. You really are making us safer, man. That 10-year-old with the disability that could have been the next Bin Laden. You got to be kidding me. Look, this is gross, right? Staking out a hospital for 10 days to pick up a little girl with a disability who had just undergone surgery is pretty low even for ICE. Now, I know some people might be complaining more about the idea that, oh, you know what, when she was at the hospital, she was using taxpayer money to get free medical care. Oh my God, how terrible. Some of our tax money went to save a life. Terrible, terrible. Oh, but see, it's not about the fact that it saved a life. It's the fact that it saved the life of one of those people, the illegals, right? Now, you guys say all lives matter, but, well, when it comes to actually all lives actually mattering, like the life of this little girl, well, it doesn't seem to matter all that much at all to you. If you're one of them, as I said, if you're a Mexican, if you're brown, then your life doesn't matter to these people. You know, if it costs you an extra buck, you're not interested. You'll just let them die. That's the position, man. And look, if you do think that way, if you agree with all that stuff and you're like, yeah, my tax money should not go to anybody who is undocumented to get life-saving medical care, well, then congratulations, you're a piece of shit. Now, the agents apparently, according to Rosamaria's cousin, who was in the girl's ambulance and is a U.S. citizen, she is actually legal, the agents tried to convince the family to have the girl taken to a hospital in Mexico. Now, I don't know how far out of the way a Mexican hospital would have been, but usually when it's an emergency, you need emergency surgery, you're going to want to go to the closest hospital to get that so you can save your life or save that person's life. And here are the agents going, you know what, I know this is an emergency, I know it's life-saving, but you should go to Mexico. Seriously? That's what we're doing here. That's what these ICE agents are all about. Now, the mother, Philippa de la Cruz, told the New York Times, quote, "I'm a mother. All I wanted was for her to get the surgery that she needed. Never crossed my mind that any of what is happening right now could happen. When you're a mother, all you care about is your child." Now, by the way, they took the child away from the parents. So now the little girl who's recovering, who has a disability, is now away from the parents. They're literally breaking up families. This is disastrous. This is a sick story. Now, look, no one in that position, in the position of the mother, in the position of the father, would have done anything differently if it was their child. Of course, they would have gone to that hospital and not gone to a hospital in Mexico, which is what the agents wanted them to do. And they're just like, hey, man, go to Mexico. And by the way, don't come back. And that was the ultimate goal here. And in Trump's America, I mean, there is no low too low for them now. Now, I know the response that I'm going to get from some people. Hey, man, look, don't blame the ICE agents. They're just following the law. Okay, well, you're saying that they didn't have anything better to do than to go after a 10-year-old girl? They didn't actually have any criminal illegal aliens to go after? This girl's 10 years old with disability. Is she a threat? No, of course not. Can you use human judgment and say, like, man, we should go after this, but you know what? We've actually got real criminals to go bust. No, of course not. You can't use human judgment today. No, the whole point, like the whole attitude of these people are like, oh, she's an illegal. We've got to kick out all the illegals. Herp, derp, derp, fucking MAGA. And what do you think you're actually doing for the country when you hold that position? Do you think you're actually defending America? You think you're standing up for the rule of law? No, you're not. Our own president doesn't even respect the rule of law. And I can guarantee that most people who try to hold that up don't either. For example, when Kim Davis wasn't respecting the law, she wasn't following the law. She wasn't doing her job. She wasn't respecting the rule of law by refusing to marry gay people, which was under the law. Conservatives cheered. Oh my God, what a hero Kim Davis is, disrespecting the law, not following that law. Now, how many times have right-wing pundits have actually called on people to not follow the laws that they don't agree with? There's an entire right-wing movement called Sovereign Citizen, which basically is like, hey man, laws don't apply to me. What about the rule of law? What about the rule of law? The hypocrisy knows no bounds with these people, okay? And look, I understand ICE agents, they got a job to do. I get it. But look, other than being here illegally, what has this family actually done? They're not the criminal aliens, right? They're not the bad hombres. The kid doesn't deserve to die because of their legal status. And I'm sorry. Again, if you believe that, no, illegals, they shouldn't be able to get medical care here. They should be able to die. If they don't make it to Mexico, sad day for them. Then you really can't call yourself pro-life. And you really can't say all lives matter. Now, can you? And look at what message that this whole thing sends, too. If you have a medical emergency and you're undocumented, well, if you go to the hospital, ICE will get you. They'll take you away and they'll drop you off in Mexico. They do not want undocumented immigrants to get medical treatment. They want to kick them out. That's not a Christian position. It's not a pro-life position. And it shouldn't be an American position. In America, we're supposed to help people no matter who you are. We're supposed to be the good guys. We're not the good guys here. And maybe I'm just too much of a bleeding heart liberal. Maybe I'm too much of an idealist. Maybe I actually believe too much in America, in this country, in the people in this country. Maybe I actually believe that there are so many good people out here that outweigh the bad. And that we're far more generous than we actually are. And believe in our own principles far more than we actually do. Maybe. But I still think that we're better than this. I still think we're better than this. And now look, the overall issue here, we've got to change our immigration laws. Okay, there's 11 million undocumented immigrants, as conservatives love to point out, right? It's not feasible that we can kick them all out. All $11 million, or 11 million people, right? Not without massive amounts of spending to do that. And of course, a massive amount of damage to our economy, especially in the agricultural industry. But what we can do is that we can go through and we can give the good ones a chance to have citizenship through a pathway to citizenship. I mean, look, undocumented immigrants, they already put money into the economy, okay? They pay taxes, but they get nothing in return. This is a system that needs to be fixed. It's unsustainable the way that it is, and we need massive immigration reform. Now, if you want to get tough and deport all the bad hombres, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. But going after people, especially, you know, children, getting surgery and tracking them down, that's not what we should do. That's not what we should be going after. That's not what we should be doing in America. Get rid of the bad ones. That's fine. But let's give the good ones, let's give everyone a chance. That's all that we're asking. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.